9:45 a.m. and it's only 52 degrees. So it's cold today. I might need a jacket today. I think I'll just leave that covered up, my lemongrass, until I get round to transplanting it sometime this afternoon. Today, this morning, I'm gonna go back out to the big pasture with some tools. I'm gonna see if I can drag those bale that fell apart. It's in two sections, the top and then the core. I think I can get it out of there. I think I can drag it out with the truck. I'll need some tools to take out there with me. I'll be doing that first today. Yeah, it's a little chilly today, a little chilly. Yeah, taste of winter. But winter's a lot colder than this. There's the white bull. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have him processed one of these. I'm not sure when. Probably next year. Yeah, I still want to give him a chance to breed these Highlanders. It may not be his fault. It might be the cow's fault. So. Yeah, maybe they're too old or something. Either way, I'll be giving that one a chance too next year. Yeah, he'll be 2 years old next spring, so he can try his best. See if he can get something bred. And if these two can't do it, I'm gonna bring that red bull up next year too. Bring him back here. So just so I have a bull here, just in case. Might be a lost cause to get them bred, but I'm gonna try. There's the bale I set out yesterday. Oh, it's a lot colder today than it was yesterday. Whew. Yesterday felt a little warmer, even with the partial sun. Yeah, but today, I need a jacket today. At least it was in the 60s yesterday. Oh, bully's still there. The Highlanders already went up to the barn. I don't know what they're doing up there, just hanging out, I guess. Yeah, more overcast today than it was yesterday. The sun could shine through the clouds, but today it can't. Today the clouds are thicker. There's a little chance for rain this afternoon, but not much. More chance tomorrow, I think. That's why I'll get this bale. That busted bale that fell apart, I'll get it dragged out of the thing before it gets too muddy. Yeah, I guess today I'll be breaking out my winter clothes. Sweatsuits and jackets. Haven't needed them for all summer. And now I do. It's cold today. Yeah. Okay. Seasons change. What's going on, Mama? What's going on, Mama Cat? Where's your baby? Is he off on his own now? He's growing up, huh? Yeah, I'm sure he's around somewhere. Yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta go back in. I gotta get some warmer clothes on before I do anything. Okay, let's go. Let's get something done today. Black bull's hanging out by himself down here. White bull's still trying to get up the hill. Over that way. Yeah, he's behind that tree now. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, he's up by the barn now. Yeah. The other cattle, the 3 Highlanders. I want to see some more calves out of them, if I can. If it's possible. He's had all summer to actually had all. I brought him here last September 2024 from the big pasture, and he was 2 years old, year and a half then. What? What do you want? He's down on the other side, down in the bottom. Oh, you want some pears? Yeah, I'll go back. I'm gonna go to the farm one of these days and pick some more pears there. Yeah, but not today. Oh, that's Mama Cat. I thought that was a kitten. I didn't see the kitten yet today. How are you, kitten? Oh, bully. Yeah. Yeah, I'm surrounded here. Oh, there's a neighbor's cat out by my house. He's coming up. They come up to eat food. Mama Cat's going back. Yeah. That's not the cat that I usually see. It's usually the cat that looks like her with the white on it. It wants to get some cat food too. That's okay, I don't mind feeding cats. As long as I got cats around the house, I don't have mice. Okay, let's go back in the house. Yeah, he grew up pretty good. Yeah, since last fall. Yeah, so he's been here over a year. Yeah. And I saw him trying to do some breeding, but I don't know if he ever got the job done. Guess time will tell. They got until what? Well, if they have a calf, it'll be next spring sometime, or spring or summer. Yeah, we'll see. And if he didn't get the job done, maybe that black one can next year. We'll see. We'll see. There's that cat. Oh, he's going back. He saw me. I think he's gonna go back. He'll come back later. Hey, bully? Yeah. Yeah, he's going back now. Yeah, there he goes. Or he or she, it's going back now. Oh, bully. Get the job done, boy. That's what you're here for. It's 11:45, 3 hours later, and it only came up 2 degrees. It's about 54 now. Well, it's 52. Still cold. Well, the cattle are enjoying this cooler weather. Yeah. Yeah. They didn't like it when it was hot. Neither did I. Yeah. I could tolerate this cooler weather, even if I do have to wear a few extra clothes. Yeah. Yeah. Bulls over here. 2.5-year-old bull and a 1.5-year-old bull, and they're brothers. Yeah, they're here to hopefully get these 3 Highlanders pregnant someday. I'm still hoping. Well, I still got the lemongrass to transplant, but before I do that, I gotta go out to the big pasture and see if I can move that busted bale that broke yesterday. I cut the net wrap off while it was in the storage area, and the bottom was too rotten. There wasn't enough to hold it together after I stabbed it with the bale spear. Yeah, it just fell apart. So from now on, I'll just have to leave the net wrap on until I get to the place where I'm going to drop it. Yeah. When the bales are less rotten on the bottom, I can usually pick it up without no trouble, without the net wrap. But not when they get too old; they fall apart. Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can move a busted bale at the big pasture. Well, it's 12 noon and I'm ready to take the truck out to the big pasture and see if I can move that busted hay bale out of the storage area. Okay, let's see if I can do it. There they are, all comfortable in their hay. Good for you guys. But I didn't come out here for you guys, although I'd like to see you. Yeah, there's 3 calves over here on the left. Let's see. The last calf was on the very left with the pink nose, the brown one. The second to last was the little whitish one here in front, and the third to last, or should I, yeah, is that one there, the brown one, red one behind it. There's another calf here somewhere. It belongs to that cow behind, in front of the bull there, beyond the bull. I don't know where it is though. I think it's on the other side of that bull. I'll swing around and take a look at it. There it is, right there. Right there in the middle. That's the first calf born this year. The mama cow, which is the one with the hay hat. Just behind her. The brown heifer, the 2-year-old heifer, she's back there on the right, way out there. Hopefully she'll have a calf next spring. Hopefully all these will have a calf, the other 4 cows too. The mama cow laying down, the next cow standing up back there, the red cow here on the left behind the bull, and the white cow here on the right next to that yearling white bull. Yeah. Anyway, I got work to do. Let's see what I can get done. I came out here so I could. Hello, cabbies. That's what I'm working on today. That bale over there that busted apart as I was carrying it, because I cut the net wrap off, and the bottom was rotten, so the core fell out because it wasn't stabbed good enough with the bale spear. Yeah, maybe I should adjust my bale spear to stab it more in the middle. Yeah, I could do that. That'll be for the next time. Okay, let's head over there. Question is, where am I going to put it? I don't think I want to drag it all the way to across the hill. I gotta drag it out over by the what do you call that? Over by the corral. Yeah. I'll drag it over there. Over on the left side of that corral. Yeah, right here. Yeah. It'll be out of my way. Okay. Now that I know that, let's see if I can hook onto that bale and drag something. Yeah, I got 3 bales over there. They tore apart 2 of them already. They didn't hardly touch that one. That was the first one I laid out. They already rolled it out before I even left yesterday. And then I put one over there. That one almost fell apart because it was already, the net wrap was cut off of that one too. And it barely held together. And then that was the 3rd one. I left the net wrap on that one. Oh, no, that's right. That one still had that one had the net wrap cut off, and it held together. Yeah, the first 2 I cut off. No, I cut off all 3 of them. The first one I took out, it held together. Then I grabbed that one, and it fell apart before I even got out of the storage area. But I didn't even look back. I didn't even know it until I got up to there. I didn't have a bale to drop, so I came back, and then I got a 3rd bale, and I took it over there. It was cut too, I think. No, yeah. I got the first one. I got that one. Then it broke apart, and then I came back and got that one, a 3rd one. I had 3 cut off ahead of time. Set that one out, and then I got a 4th bale that still had the 4th one that still had the net wrap on over here. So then I carried it there. I cut it off over there, but after I cut it off, the bale was slowly starting to fall apart. The core was starting to drop down, or the top was starting to lift up above with my spear. Anyway, long story short, I got 3 bales set out there. I take the long road. But now I gotta see if I can drag them 2 out of there. First one I was gonna drag is that. I got a plan. Let's see if I can make it work. I think I'm safe to leave that open. I had that 2x4 left over from what did I use the other ones for? I forgot. Oh, over there. I put a corner in over there for a new gate, or a longer gate. I put 3 poles in, and I tied them together with 2x4s. Okay. But anyway, my plan is to take that rope and use that 2x4 to kind of shove that rope underneath the bale. Yeah, that's my plan. That's the first thing I gotta do. Get that rope underneath there. Then I got a log in the truck. I'm gonna tie that rope to that log on the back, and then I'm gonna use that log and the rope to tie it to the truck hitch and try to drag that out in one piece. Hopefully it'll work. Yeah, so then I'll get that one later. Let's see if I can get that rope underneath the bale first, using that 2x4. Well, I got that rope looped around that board. I'm gonna try to shove it right down the middle. I think I need to go over this way more. I'm gonna try to get it in the center. Cattle are still relaxing. Their bellies are full. And took a while, took a F, but I got that board shoved underneath. And it was a little harder than I thought. I had to use a hammer, but I got it. Now I got to pull this rope through and take the board out. Not sure if this is going to work the way I planned it, but I'm going to give it a try. Okay, I can take I'm done with the board, 2x4. I'm going to go get the log that I'm going to try to use on the back side. I'm not even sure if that's going to work, but I'll get to back the truck up in here and see what I can do. Everybody's still relaxing over there. Good day for it too. Oh, got it tied up now. Well, this look like it's heavier on this end. Yeah, hope I can make it through that gate. If I can get it through the gate, I'm okay. Only problem I see is that this one here goes under the bale, so that's the strongest part right there, and that's the one I want to pull that way, since it's bigger. This one here is just tied there. It don't go under the bale. But maybe I can tie the rest of that rope across to there. Maybe that'll help. Okay, I tied the end of this rope here. It goes over the top, and it doesn't go underneath. This one here goes underneath, ties to there, and then goes over the top. And I put the heavy end over there to help hold that down when I start pulling it. Hopefully this one here will do most of the pulling, but this here hopefully it'll just keep it dragged, keep pressure on it, drag it that way. See if it works. Let's go. This one should be easier because all I got to do is get the rope underneath it, tie it up, and then drag it. I think that's all I got to do. I don't know if I want to drag it, drag it this way. Probably be easier to drag it that way. But I'm afraid if I do that, it's going to roll. It's going to roll sideways. So I might turn this thing around and then drag it long ways that way. We'll see. I'll get to that one next. Let's get that other one out of there first. Okay. I gotta drive to the right toward that tree and then turn so that bale will follow me. Let's put it in 4-wheel drive just to make sure it's easier on me. On the truck, I mean. I don't want to be spinning. Okay. I'm gonna pull a little forward. Pull forward and see if the ropes hold. Let's go see. Well, I think I I drug it about a couple feet, so it's working so far. Yeah, I think that might work. The trick is going to be getting through that gate without hooking this side. We'll see. I got to make a wide turn and then turn at the last minute. Okay, let's go. So far it's working. See if I can go any farther. I got a ways to go yet. I come as far as this way as I can and then turn. I'm going to take it over there. That's the best place to put it. So far, so good. Okay, I think I cleared the other side. Now, worry about this side. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. I don't know what I'm looking at. Trying to watch my driving. Looks like I'm making it. Yeah, I barely made it. Just scraped it just a little bit. Just a little bit. I think I'm good now. I'm gonna drive it up over there somewhere. I think what I'll do, I'll drive it over along that fence there. Yeah, I'll drive it over there along that fence. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Okay. Yeah, it's dragging good. I'm gonna take a look at something. Well, I got it that far. I think I can make it the rest of the way. I'm gonna drag it over there. I was gonna put it over here by the corral, but I decided to put it over there along that fence line there, on top of that hill. Yeah. Okay, looks like I made a good sweep there too. Yeah, working out pretty good. We're running on battery. At least I got the truck to charge it, so that's good. Okay, let's go. Hope it holds together. Take it easy. Take it easy. Yeah, it's still with me. Yeah. I better get it away from the fence a little bit so the cows can get around it. That'll work. Okay. I made it. I think it stayed in one piece. Drug that top of the bale from over there through here. Look at that. I think they're all asleep. To there. Now I just have to untie everything. Well, it worked out just the way I planned. How about that? Let's see what I can do with one hand. think that's close enough. Let's go. Tied up. Okay, I got it all tied up. I'm trying something different. Instead of just dragging it that way, because it'll have a tendency to roll back and forth, I decided to tie those logs on the side so it can't roll. I'll just drag it. Yeah, and I got the I got the rope tied low. Yeah, the low in the bale. It don't need to be tied high. I want it to be lifted somewhat off the ground on the front. Yeah, when I rolled it over to get the rope underneath it, some of the hay was already unrolled. So I just threw it over there. Cattle will find it eventually. Anyway, let's see if I can get this drug over to the other one. Yeah, I gotta be careful how I set that, because if I just drag it like that, it's going to roll down the hill. I don't know. I gotta think about it now. Where to put it. Or what position to put it, I mean. I keep running low on battery. Truck charges it up, but then it uses up so fast. Battery just can't hold it no more. But I'm going to get this replaced next week. Okay, let's go see what I can do. I got the cedar log on this side. I got the board tied to this side. I think between this two log and the board, I don't think it's going to roll anywhere. Well, this bale here, the core should be easier to drag through there because it's not too wide. So I should have no problem going through that gate. I just got to figure out where I'm going to put it. I don't want to put it this way, because they'll roll it down the hill. Or I could just, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna drag it along there. Let's see, it wants to unroll this way. So I'm gonna drive up there from this direction, drive up there. Once it's set, and I untie it, I'm gonna let it roll down the hill. I'm gonna roll it down the hill. That way it'll have a nice rolled out hay there. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll control the roll. Okay, let's drag it. At least get it out the gate. See how it rolls. How it drags, I mean, how it drags. Yeah, I can just go straight through now. I don't have to make a wide turn. It's dragging pretty good. Okay, let's finish dragging it. Yeah, working good. Let me drag it this way. Get it up here. That's why I've tied those logs on it so it wouldn't roll. Working pretty good. Let me get it up here. Hey, I made it. Let's untie it now. Made it. And it stayed in one piece. Cows aren't even bothered. Good place for this bale. Okay, now I can untie it. I managed to get them out. So I'm good to go from now on. When I take bales out, I'm gonna leave the net wrap on until I still got some net wrap to pick up over there one of these days. Yeah. Anyway, I'm done here for today. Oh, I got one more thing to do after I close the gate. Okay, gate's closed. Looks like the cattle got up to do some more eating, or a few of them did. At least they're happy. They got a nice place to lay down too, and nice new, well, it's not new hay, but it's new to them. It's a year old. Anyway, oh, I got to unroll that bale. I'm gonna unroll it right down the hill. That ought to be fun. If I don't do it, the bull will do it, so I'm gonna do it for myself. I'm pretty sure the bale was rolled this way, but so I'm gonna unroll it the same way, or the opposite way. Is that right? I forget. Anyway, however it was rolled, I'm gonna unroll it this way, because that's how the wraps are on. The wraps are on this way, so I'm gonna unroll it this way. Anyway, you know what I mean. Let's unroll it. I had to get on this side of the fence to get a clear picture of this, or a full picture. Okay, time to unroll it. At least I got a hill to do it for me. Here it goes. Keep it, come on. There you go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going. It should go fast. Stopped on me, huh? Put some nice grass hay in there. Yeah, looks good. Let's roll it the rest of the way. Okay. I should have enough. Yeah, should have enough weight to it now. Look at that. Unrolled pretty good. Let me go down there now, finish it. Cool. Yeah. If I want to, maybe I should start doing that for all these bales. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Getting them started, that's the hard part. As far as it'll unroll. Been watching me. Yeah, that's a good idea. Next week when I feed hay, or whenever I feed next, I'm going to bring them up to here with the tractor, cut the net wrap off, set them down, and then roll them out. I think you're better off setting them over here, or even over here, and let them roll down toward the, well, I don't want to roll them toward the gate, because I don't want them hit the gate. But if I set them over here, I can still set them there. They'll roll down this way. That'd probably be better. Anyway, that's, I should have thought of this a long time ago. We'll see how it works. I don't know if once I get them started, they should roll because of the hill. If a half a bale or less, this is probably less than half a bale. If it rolls out this far, a whole bale will roll all the way down, somewhere down there in the bottom. But like I said, I'm going to try it next week. I'll try it next week, or next time I feed them. So this is 1, 2, 3 over there, 4. This is 4 bales, so I may have to feed them for a couple of weeks. So we'll see. But the next time I feed hay, that's what I'm going to do. Set the bales up here and roll them out that way. That way, if they do turn, going down the hill, I don't think they'll wind up over there. I think they'll go out that way. And I'll set them over here and roll them down that way. More of it on an angle this way. If I'm over there, I roll them that way. Anyway, I'm done here. Okay. I'll come back a couple of days and see what they did here. I'm taking all the fun away from the bull though by unrolling him. He enjoys it. Okay, gotta go. Got lemongrass to transplant now. There's the little pond here on the bottom of the hill, and there's the pool for the creek, and there's the road out that way, the pasture out that way. I just noticed, I think there's a groundhog underneath this tin. I see some groundhog dirt down there, and I see a path going down this way too. Yeah, I know there's groundhogs along this hill. I think they dug in from over there. This here old tin, I don't know, I was going to use it to put a shelter over this corral. Just never got to it. I'm not sure where I got that. I think that was from an Dad's old hog shed when they tore it down. Stuff was already rusty. I brought it here. I got these long sheets. I got some sheets there, a little shorter. I got some there. They're different lengths, 4 different lengths, and I got some over there. So I don't know how good they are. They're probably all rusted by now. They've been here for, I don't know how many years. Probably longer than in my corral. Anyway, I'm done. Yeah, why didn't I think of that before? I should be the one rolling these bales out instead of them. I got the hill to work with. Yeah. Only problem is once I start rolling them, I have no control of where they go. As long as they don't end down by the gate, I'll be okay. As long as they end up down there somewhere. Although this area here, yeah, I think the reason I didn't do this because this is the area we normally. This year we used that end because I needed to fill up that end. But normally, when we bring bales up after baling, we use this area, and I don't want to get this ground too soft with that hay and manure like it is up there. But if the ground's dry, it should be okay with the tractors and trailers. We'll see. Anyway, I'll try a few bales that way. Just see how it works. Okay, got to go back to the house and work on my lemongrass. The main thing is I got that busted hay bale out of the storage area. That's the main thing. Yeah, there's a couple mounds of dirt too that was left when they dug the pond. Yeah, I need to cut this tree out right here. And if I'm ambitious enough to work, I need to cut them three out also. But I'd have to lower the fence to get it done. Yeah, but that's for another day. It's not that important. Okay, let's continue my excursion through here. Yeah, sometimes I just like to drive through here so I can check the fence without walking in. There's another tree I need to cut over here, because right now the only way I can get through here is to go between that tree and that tree. I can go in there, but what I want to do is cut this. It's dead anyway. I want to cut this tree out. That way I can drive through there. But much easier to drive through here than it is to drive through here. I can make it, but it's really hard. That's why I need to cut that tree down. There's a little stump on the other side too that I gotta cut. Let's see if I can get through here without hitting my mirrors. Okay, okay. Okay. Tight fit. Tight fit. I can still hear the combines combining the beans on the neighbors. I ain't going to cut this big tree out because it's still alive. So my next best is to cut this dead sassafras. Cut this dead sassafras, and there's a stump over there somewhere. Yeah, oh, right over there, I think. I think that's a stump. I need to cut that out too. Yeah, they're still combining. Yeah. Okay, my fence that I put up this spring, re-put, I guess it was always up there, but it was just one single strand of barbed wire, and then it wasn't electrified, so they was tearing it up. Because I got to have a fence there to keep them off the pond dam. I don't want them dragging the pond in like they do over there. I don't want them eroding the bank. Anyway, I'll cut these out some other time. I can barely fit through here. That's why I got to change it. Yeah, that's just, I gotta knock this stump off here, the old stump, because I'm gonna use this for a drive. I'll cut that tree out too, and clean it up, and I should be able to come through here a lot easier, instead of going through those two trees over there on the left. Neighbor's still out combining. Okay, let's head back to the house before the cows get out. Huh, I just noticed something. I didn't notice it before. I don't know when it happened either. But over there, a big dead tree fell right there. Had to be sometime this summer. I think it was still there when I was working on, in the spring, when I was working on that, putting that culvert in stuff. Yeah, that tree was still there. At least it didn't fall on my fence. Fell on the area where the cows used to come in, but they can get water over here, and on this side they can come on both sides here. Yeah, I didn't even notice that until now. You know, I don't know when that, I don't know how long ago that fell. That's what happens to dead trees. Yeah, there's a dead one there. That was alive when we built the pond. I think it's an elm, but it's slowly, it died, probably because of our digging, and maybe the waterlogged roots or something. But anyway, when they die and they fall. So that one there died. I used to have a fence tied to that tree there, that with the big stump. Yeah, I had a fence tied to it, because I used to have a fence along here too. Because I only allowed them to go in on that end to drink. I had fence along this side, across the end there, to that tree, from that tree to somewhere over there. I think this tree here, the one that's still standing, that one. I had a fence going across the pond, barbed wire, but it's, I don't know if that wire's still in there or not. I think I pulled it out because that tree fell down, so I had to pull the wire out. And then I knocked this fence down because it was never electrified, but this one is now. I put another strand of wire here, and electrified it, so they can't knock it down again. All right. Yeah, I just noticed that tree down. That's something. Huh. I got a few trees to cut here to make it easier for my truck to get through, but everything else is pretty, take care of itself. Okay, just barely got enough room here to drive the truck. Barely. And I gotta be careful. I don't want to slide off the dam, that's for sure. I think they knocked over one of my yellow poles. Yeah, they're still working. They're almost done with that field though. The two machines going, yeah, it don't take them long. They probably plant wheat there. That's usually what they do with after soybeans. They normally, not always, but normally they plant wheat. Although it's getting kind of late to plant wheat, but I guess it's still October, so I guess they can. They'll plant whatever they want. Anyway, gotta go. Let's head back to the house. I got work to do there too. It's 2:30. Yeah, this little hump was left over when they dug the pond too. I've been going around it to drive through here, but one day I was up there. I don't know what I was thinking. That's before I put a yellow pole there. I was up there looking at the pond, and I decided to drive across the pond dam. I drive right over the top of that hump, and I got drugged. I thought I hit something important underneath the truck, but then I realized after I got the truck home that I was drugging on my what do you call that thing on the step? Running board. Yeah, that's what it was dragging on. So I don't think I hit anything important underneath. But that sure scared me when I drug it across there. I didn't get stuck, but I could hear it dragging. Anyway, that's all. Oh, look at the cattle are spreading out. Hello, kettles. They're nibbling a little grass. They got hay, but they're still like to nibble the grass. That's that round heifer. That's the heifer. She'll be 3-year-old next spring. Hello. There's the old mama cow, and she's the oldest cow I got. And that's her calf, 6th calf from this year. Yeah, that's her 6th calf. She's been a good cow. If I remember right, what was that? I didn't do nothing. I think the truck made a noise. Scared her. Scared the calf anyway. Her mama was, let's see, her mama was a half Highland and half Piedmontese. A full-blood Piedmontese. Yeah. I think. Yeah. And I think her papa was this bull here. I could be wrong. I might have had another bull before him. I can't remember. I know the mama, her mama, this cow's mama was born in 2012. I know that in September, right after a big drought in 2012. We had a drought. Yeah, that year I only had one cutting of hay too. Actually, it was clover. Yeah, I think those are the bales that are still in the barn. The few square bales that I got. Hi, mama cow. Looking for some grass to eat? Yeah, there's not much grass, is there? No, that's why I give you hay. Okay, let's go. Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure, but I think he was born 2015, so I'm not really sure who this mama cow's papa is. Yeah, it could be, because like I said, he was 2015, And her mama, the cow's mama, was 2012, so she was about 3 years old when she had her first calf. So 15, 16, 17. Yeah, he could be the papa. Yeah, because that's the cow was that cow here was her mama's first calf. She had other cattle. I know I had a Highland bull out here at the time, but I think I had got rid of him and replaced it with this one. I had some other bulls too before him. I had other bulls. Yeah, I just lost track. Anyway. I need to get back to the house and start working on that lemongrass before I forget again and put it off for another day. Although the nights aren't going to be as cold as they were before, so that should be okay anyway, no matter when I do it. But I like to get it done. I saw something over there. I'm going to take a look. I saw those boards. Those, I think those boards are the old posts that I used to use for like oilers or cattle rubs. Yeah, I got 2 of them there. I had them at the farm when I had cattle there, and when I moved my cattle here, I dug them all up and brought them here in case I needed to use them here. I used some of them. I got one down there near the gates, bottom of the road. I think I got a couple over at the house too. I just never needed them anywhere else. Anyway, that's what that was. That's what I saw. I saw some boards there. There's a nice couple shagbark hickories. Actually, I think it's one tree with a double trunk. Look at the bark shagging off of it. That's why they call it shagbark. Hickory nuts. Yeah. And Dad raised hogs over at the farm. They had hickory trees, and Dad used to pasture raise his sows, for a while anyway. When I was a kid, and we had to wait till the sows had babies out in the pasture in the trees, like these, and they would eat the pig nuts. They call them pig nuts. Dad called them pig nuts, and that's a hickory. And they could bite them and eat them. Anyway, the sows would have babies out in the leaves, make a nest in leaves. And once Dad knew they had pigs, Dad would have us kids go out there with a bushel basket, one of those woven bushel baskets. I forget what they're made out of. Anyway, we had to wait till the sow was away from the nest. Me and my brother. Or whoever went with me. It was never my sisters, one of my brothers. And then we sneak up to the nest, put all the baby pigs into the bushel basket as fast as we could, and then try to run to the barn as fast as we could. And if the sow caught up to us, we had to dump the babies, the pigs. We had to dump them because we weren't going to be caught by a sow, because they get mean. I remember doing that. Exciting and scared at the same time. Yeah. You learn to run fast when you're being chased by a sow carrying a bushel basket of baby pigs. It's squealing. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's go back to the house. Well, girls, boy, where's the boy? Look at that neighbor still combining over there. He made another pass. Where's the bull at? Oh, there he is. He's camouflaged. Couldn't see the bull. I couldn't see the bull. He had a camouflaged hat, a hay hat. Oh, God. Let's see if I can get a front view. There's that white cow and her baby calf. Yeah, I was going to sell her, but I like her color. I like her because she's white. Where you going, bully? I was going to get a picture of you. Walking around with a hat on. Okay, go ahead. Look at me. No? Okay, I'm going. Look at that nice bale rolled out. That's only like a half a bale, maybe less than half. A whole bale would probably roll all the way down into the bottom here. I don't think I really want to get a lot of hay piled up in here like it is where I feed, because it'll make the ground a lot softer, harder to get up that hill when I'm driving around in here. But I think a few bales wouldn't hurt. Anyway, that's enough of that. Gotta go. I did what I needed to do out here. Got that busted bale out of the thing, out of the storage area. So it's not my way anymore. Okay, let's go back to the house. I keep saying that, but I never get there. A couple of times I rode some hay down this road here, trying to get some grass to grow, but I don't know if it ever worked. Only on the top part, because that's where the grass don't grow. So since I got the gate closed down here, they can't come in here no more, because they should have plenty of water. They only opened it up because it was dry and there was water here. But now they got a little fresher supply of water in the creek. Speaking of the creek, is it rain? It's raining. I think it's raining. It's just a little sprinkle. Anyway, when was it? A week ago. Yeah, a week ago Saturday. Pretty sure. A week ago Saturday I got 2.5 inches of rain, or 2 5/8. Saturday I got 1.25 inches on Saturday during the day, and at night I got another 1.25 inches or more. And so got at least 2.5, a little more than 2.5. And the next day I came out and the water was flowing, but now it's not flowing anymore. It dried up already. So I'm hoping to get some more rain, get this creek flowing again. So, but it did fill this up a little bit. It filled it up and flowed a little bit. So they got a little extra water here. Plus they got the water on top, so I ain't worried about water. And it's supposed to rain again this week sometime, or since it's Saturday, it'll be next week, maybe tomorrow and after. Okay, still on my way home. Yeah, I got a few sprinkles on my windshield too. Yeah, I can see the sprinkles. Yeah, this grass didn't grow back. That's 2.5 inches. I thought this grass would be growing better, but it's not. Yeah. It's not as dry as it was, so that's good. That 2.5 inches helped, that's for sure. After 3 months without rain, or about 3 months. So Well, I wouldn't say without any rain. I think altogether we had about 1 inch. Yeah, but it's sprinkling now, so if I want to dig up, oh, look at the deer. They're going on three. They're running along the cornfield. Oh, there they go. They went into the corn. Yeah, I guess I must have scared them. Anyway, yeah, if I can dig up that lemongrass, I can work with I can transplant it under a roof. So let's get over there and see what I can dig up. Yeah, it's raining a little bit. They said there was a chance for rain this afternoon, so I guess the weather forecast was right. Okay. Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain. Da 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 da. Okay. Gotta go home. Okay. Somebody's coming. Who was that? Don't know. I don't know. Okay, that's it for the big pasture. It's raining a little bit. I see somebody's got a fire. They got a fire over there. I see smoke over there. Probably burning their trash or something. See if I can go dig up some lemongrass now before it rains too hard. One cow's eating over there. The rest are out here. One of them's way back there. Way back into there. Yeah. Oh, there's some grass to eat. Yeah, but I think they're eating it as fast as it can grow. Maybe faster than it grows back. Well, I got some work to do on the lemongrass now.